Lionel, what challenges do you think tomorrow's music producers will face? Oh, bro. Tomorrow's or today? Listen, technology is the biggest challenge, because I remember having a conversation 10 years ago with a beat maker that I remember telling him stories of me getting 3,000 euros per beat, and having a conversation with an Angolan artist in a club, and him telling me, yo, listen, how much for 3 beats? I was like, it's 3,000 for a beat. He was like, okay, can we negotiate at 8,000? I was like, yeah, for 8,000, I can give you some beats. And it's like, yeah, but when can I have the beats? I was like, tomorrow. I have a lot of beats that are ready, so tomorrow we can meet, you choose some beats, and then you pay. So the guy was like, okay, 8,000? I was like, yeah, 8,000 for free, okay. He was like, okay, give me 5 minutes. So we in the VIP in the club. He leaves, I don't know where to talk to, I don't know who, his sponsor or his own, go in his car, I don't know. But he comes back in the middle of the clubs with an envelope with 8,000 euros in bills of 100. Just like that. I'm like, he's like, yeah, you can count. I'm like, we're in the middle of the club. So I leave the club. I go to my hotel. I count the money. There's 8,000. I'm like, yo. And I leave it at the hotel in the safe. And I come back to the club. And I tell the guy, wow, okay. What beats do you want? And the guy tells me, don't worry. It's Kaysha. So whatever you think is good for me, I'm taking because you're the guy. I'm like, okay. So I told him, listen, so in this case, I'll send you your beat in 1 hour. I went to my computer and I started listening to everything I had. I have a lot of beats, my beats online in a Dropbox. So I was listening and I was like, yeah, this one, this one, this one. So I took 3 of my beats that were already mixed and I sent him everything on an email. And the guy was like, already? I was like, yep. Listen to them and tell me if you like them. He heard them, he loved them. And that's it. So I'm telling this beat maker that this happened around 2006, right? But I'm telling this beat maker that story in 2012. In 2006, there's only Kaysha in the Zouk and Kizomba field. The big respected sought after beat makers were Kaysha, me, Ali Angel, Nichols, Thierry Dumergue, that's it. Yeah, maybe Jean-Michel Autain, of course. But the ones that were really like in high demand were us, right? So I tell this guy these stories, these war stories, right? And then we signed publishing in 2012. I signed into my publishing the same year that I signed Malcolm Beast. What up, brother? So I signed into my publishing, and after 1 year, he's angry at me because he's not selling beats at 3,000 like I used to do. And I'm like, bro, in 2006, it was 5 of us. In 2012, anybody with FL Studio can make amazing beats. So it's not 5 of you guys. Now it's 50 of you guys. So it's not the same business, and the artists from Angola don't need to come to Portugal to buy beats anymore. Now they can buy it at $50 to kids in Angola directly. And you have a lot of amazing beat makers that came out of Angola making beats. and all around the world. So it's a different world where technology make it so accessible to make beats to everybody that the prices are going down because there's starting to be more offer than demand. Economy one-on-one. And he was pissed at me. And I was like, fuck you. You don't have to be pissed at me. Be pissed at the market. So that was 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Now, imagine, yeah, Eminem was good too, true. Now imagine, what up, Bruno? Now imagine in 2024, where there's 1,000 beat makers and there's crazy beat makers like Malcolm Beats that can do 10 beats every day. And then you have AI. So the challenge is always the same. The challenge is not really, can you make good music? Because anybody can make good music, or you can go to these AI platforms, they will create you the good music. It's just like music videos. Back in the days, my video used to cost 30,000. Now they cost 1,000 because technology make it possible to do with these camera. This camera costs 1,000. It's the quality of a music video, right? So technology makes it accessible to more people. So the more people you have, the more content you have. The more content you have, the harder it is to sell it. So what is important is not if you're good or not. What is important is how the market values you as a beat maker. And this is why I have to do a whole show about branding. What is important is your brand. If I say the name of somebody and nobody cares, it means that your brand is not powerful. But if you go in Congo, Ivory Coast, Cape Verde, West Indies, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Guyane, you go to Brazil, you go to Portugal, you go to Angola, you go to Saint Thomas and Principe, you go to Thailand, you go to France, you go to Belgium, you go to the Netherlands, you go to a bunch of countries and you say Kaysha, people are going to be like, oh, the king of Zouk, or they're going to say the king of Zouk R&B, or they're going to say the king, oh, Kizomba, or they're going to say, oh, Coupé Décalé, on dit quoi, oh, something going on, one love. They're going to say amazing beat maker, or they're going to say, yeah, the record label, or they're going to say, oh, the artist, or the brand Kaysha is a household name. And this is what you need to survive the game. Because as the year passes, you're going to be able to type something on a website and you're going to have a beat that sounds like Kaysha. But now if you want a real thing, what's going to make the difference is not going to be your ability to make a beat or not. It's going to be your brand. And the fact that people want to work with you or not. And that's exactly the conversation I had with Bodhisattva yesterday. I was telling him, bro, anybody can be a DJ. And he got pissed because he was like, no, being a DJ is a da-da-da. I said, guy, bro, the people in the club who are drunk don't care that you can push all these buttons. They don't do the difference between you doing all your craft and a guy with tractor putting auto sync and having the machines do the work for them. For them, they just want to dance and listen to good music. So, yeah, but I'm a real DJ. Nobody cares. If somebody can do what you ask 5,000 for, they can do it for 150. The guy for 150 will win because the club wants to pay less. Unless your brand is David Guetta level and people are not calling you for your technique, they're calling you for the brand because they know your brand attracts people. So you always have to understand there's the market, there's what you think of yourself, and there's your emotions, and there's the reality. And